Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rachel, but popularly known as Slim 30. So today is actually going to be a discussion, not like your normal fun joke laughing moment. So we're going to be talking about open marriage. I actually reached out to my friends that are married, so I got 3 of them, one from US, one from Canada, and the other from France, to talk about open marriage, in which I'm going to be playing the video after this, but you guys have to see my face first. So open marriage, either way, it's on Wikipedia. Open marriage is a form of non-monogamy in which the partners of a dyadic D-Y-A-D-I-C, you get the drill, marriage agree that each may engage in extramarital sexual relationships. Open marriage is when you and your own partner, you agree to actually see people from outside. Like, do you want to, like, you and your man, do you want to go meet some other girl, do you want to go meet some other man? Like, you are free to it, you don't get jealous about it. It's like an agreement between you guys. So what do married people think, or what do you think about that? You can comment below. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends. I love you. What?
Welcome to my life, welcome to my life, yeah.
A friend had us made this video, and basically the concept was our take on open marriage, open relationship. And so, like a gentleman that I am, I'm just gonna let my wife go first, because you know, the saying goes, ladies first.
Oh God. So in my opinion, an open marriage is when there's more than just 2 people in it. So like, for instance, it can be the same sex if there's a female, whatever, or the more traditional sense where it's, you know, the male and the female. Just as long as there's like 1 extra person at the minimum, or like 3 people instead of just, you know, 2. So that's my opinion of what an open marriage is. Yeah,
my own opinion of open marriage is like you said, more than 2 people, but when they both agree, when you and I agree that, okay, I agree that, oh, you can have sex with, we are married, but you can have sex with other people. Oh, we're married and I can have sex with other people. So, you know, and I don't know if my wife would let me do that. But,
no, the answer is no.
But I would not let her do that, because that booty is all mine.
Stop.
I'm not sharing that booty with nobody.
You act like a player, but no.
Yeah, so, because that's my take, is, you know, I just believe that if you're not ready for marriage, there's no need to go into it, because marriage is a commitment between 2 people that are willing and ready to, like, put
share their lives.
Yeah, share their lives, their time, you know, commit to each other.
Stress, because marriage is stress. Like, how life is stressful.
Marriage comes with its own stress too. So yeah,
I can say, yeah, that's the case. And then also something that I was concerned about before we got married, because if you guys don't know, I was Christian before we got married, and my husband here is Muslim. So I converted, or I am converting to Islam. And before that, one thing I was concerned about is that in Islam, it's okay for the male or men to have more than 1 wife. So that's something I had to ask him beforehand, because I don't want to be bombarded. Say we got married today, 5 years down the line, he decides, I want to have a 2nd wife. So I made sure that I asked that.
Yeah, that has been something that I've always, like, had in my head, all like when I was a child. Man, I'm not going to try it, because, you know, I see I see marriage as 2 people coming together to build an empire. And in life, once there is a 3rd party, once there is a 2nd woman in the picture, it becomes a competition instead of it starts to be a competition instead of like us coming together to build an empire. Everybody starts to fight for their own place. You know, the women starts to fight like to get the man's attention. Everybody wants to get the largest share of inheritance. And as a young person that we are, we don't even have anything yet. We need to build an empire, and you need that one solid woman or that one solid man to help you build that empire. And if you start sharing, like, you know, two women, man, you know, they're not, everybody's gonna compete, and when there's competition, there will be no growth as much.
Yeah, like even personality wise, just trying to like get a really good spot in your life where you're okay with the quirks of your own spouse. Like adding somebody else to that, I feel like just adds to the stress of it, because you know, it's like living with multiple roommates. It just becomes more and more stressful. Not to say that we're like a roommate situation, but you see what I'm saying? Like that. And I can see what you also mean, like women as far as like competing with each other, because women, that's what women are. Like, it's already hard as us being married that we have to focus on things like the bills need to be paid, so of course we have to go to work, and so that's time away from each other that we don't get to bond. So like I'm working 8 hours every day, he's working 12 hours, so the time that we actually get to physically be in each other's presence is more like 12 hours. Like, so if you think about it, in that 12 hours you're just getting off of work, you're not gonna be like in each other's face the entire time. You want to take time to yourself as well, because like self-care is important too. And the time that's left over from that, maybe say like there's time that you have to sleep. You might have like maybe 5 hours.
Out of the sleep. Out of the 12 hours we get to spend, like 7-8 hours goes to sleep. So
so what's left of that time you have to spend with yourself, because you know it's important to have time to yourself. And then time you have to spend with your spouse, with just bonding with them, and you split that between more than one person. It's not going to be fair, I feel like, to everybody involved if I only get 30 minutes with you, and then tomorrow you're going to be a whole 2 hours with somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for giving me the opportunity to talk about what I feel or my opinion on this topic, open marriage. Break up already. I mean, why are you in an open marriage? I'm sorry. It is either you break up and you're doing some other things with your partner. Don't disregard marriage. It is sacred. I mean, it is a union between one person and another. It's supposed to be sacred. It's supposed to be special. It's supposed to be a bond. Anything that is more than one and one bonding together, break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Yes, babe, break it up. Do not. I think it is bull crap. Why would you say I don't want to be faithful to this person, or I don't want to be with only this person, and then my partner will be okay to date someone else and I'll be okay to date someone else? Why are we in the married for? I mean, why not just do other things with your life? Why call it marriage? What are the entitlements? Except though there are other entitlements that we do not know about, because I don't even know what kind of entitlements will make you want to be in an open marriage. I don't even know what kind of entitlements will make you want to be in an open marriage. I have not seen a couple that love each other try open marriage, like genuinely love each other. It's either the love is finished, or because of a family background, or they don't want something to go. Maybe perhaps they are influential and they don't want the world to know that the marriage is broken. I mean, when I mean broken, their feelings are gone, and then they keep the marriage and practice open marriage. Please, I am not a fan. I don't think it is ideal. It's whether you break up, hold on to your integrity and break up, or you move on. You stay
Moving on, I mean, you stay in the relationship with your spouse. If you're no longer in love with the person, break up. If you are in love, stick with one partner. Keep your integrity. Thank you.
My name is Bibi, and I'm a faith and lifestyle blogger and podcaster. And I was really excited when my girl Rachel, aka Slim Tati, reached out to me and told me to do this talk about my take on open marriages. So I'm a newlywed. I recently got married in November of 2019. So I've just been married for 2 months and a few weeks now, which is like the best time of my life. So when she reached out to me, I was like, oh, you gotta say your take on open marriages. Like, I gotcha. So open marriages, like, for me, I think it's such a interesting concept to me, because I feel like if you're not ready to go all the way to commit yourself, your body, your money, like everything that you are, to someone till death do you part, because that's exactly what you say in your vows, right? I feel like you shouldn't do it. Like, if you're not ready to get married, you shouldn't get married, no matter what the pressure might be. So you might be getting pressured by your partner or your parents, your friends, or whoever, and you succumb to peer pressure and you get into this beautiful institution called marriage. Marriage is such a beautiful thing. Like, it's created by God, and like, of course, the big man up there knew why he created it, because no one is meant to be an island on their own, right? So I feel like if anyone wants to get married, if anyone comes to that place where they're deciding to be like, you know what, I'm actually ready to get married and like commit myself to someone forever, I feel like it's a bit, I don't know the word, but like the first thing that comes to mind right now is hypocritical to come back a few years down the line, or maybe a few months down the line, and say, you know what, I want an open marriage. I just feel like it's a bit hypocritical, and also lacking of the understanding that the fact of, rather lacking the understanding of what marriage really means and what it entails. Like, there are other options. You could have decided to do a common law partnership in which you guys just decide to move in together, split the bills, basically live like married people and not get married. Or you could have just chosen to be single, but then you go ahead and say, I want to get married, and years down the line you're asking for open marriage. Like, nah, for me, I don't believe in it. Like, I just feel like it's not okay. It's not okay. I mean, I understand that people think differently, and people would always do what they want to do depending on their situation and the tools they have on hand. But I just feel like, just coming from like a Christian point of view, I feel like when you start opening your marriage to external things, like, when you start doing things like committing adultery, like sleeping with someone that isn't your wife or your husband, or they're sleeping with multiple people, you start to expose your own from a spiritual realm to really dangerous stuff, and you really don't want that, especially if you have kids. Like, you don't want to expose your own to like negative things spiritually. And even aside from like the spiritual side too as well, it creates some sort of like unconducive environment for your family. If you have to see your kids and like, okay, mommy and I or daddy and I are trying to do this open marriage thing, like, although we're married but now we want to start seeing other people, I feel like your children would learn that it's okay for you to break your word, and like your word is not your bond, and like it's okay for you to say you're going to do something and turn back and be like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore because the situation kind of got hard or difficult. Like, I feel like it teaches your children a lot, and it doesn't just sit well with me. I personally am not judging people that do decide to go through with it, because I mean, I don't know everyone's story, but for me personally, I feel like divorce is a better option than an open marriage. Or maybe I don't. Honestly, I don't know. But like, I'm just anti-open marriages. Like, if you say you're gonna do something, no matter how difficult it gets, you walk through it, or you just walk away from it. But like, don't do that. It's not cute. Anyways, so that was my take. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, BabyLamo04, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.